Hey there. Let me ask you something personal. Have you ever felt your heart pounding for no reason? Maybe after a meal or while sitting quietly watching the news. You chalk it up to stress, age, or maybe the heat. But what if I told you the real reason could be sitting right in your fridge, in that bottle, or can you reach for every day? In this video, I'll share 3 powerful reasons why some of the most common drinks in your home might be quietly raising your blood pressure, and the last one will honestly shock you. Now, before we dive in, I want you to imagine something. It's a warm afternoon, you've just come back from a walk, and your legs are a bit tired. You pour yourself a cold, fizzy soda, maybe a cola, maybe a lemon-lime drink, something refreshing. You take a sip, and it feels good. You're not thinking about sodium or hormones or blood vessels. You're thinking, finally something cold. But here's the problem. That innocent little habit, that small comfort, it could be part of a bigger storm brewing in your body. Let me explain. When we talk about high blood pressure, especially after 60, most people think of salt, maybe stress, or being overweight. And yes, those are big players. But the drinks we choose, they're often overlooked. And some of the worst offenders are carbonated drinks, even the ones that don't taste salty. Let's start with the obvious one, regular soda. Now, you already know it's not healthy. But it's not just about the sugar. Sure, sugar spikes your insulin, promotes inflammation, and can lead to weight gain, which all affect blood pressure. But did you know that sugary drinks are directly linked to increased arterial stiffness? That means your blood vessels lose their flexibility, making your heart work harder to push blood through. There was a major study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association, and this one really hit home for me. It showed that adults who regularly drank sugary beverages, especially carbonated sodas, had significantly higher systolic blood pressure over time. That's the top number on your BP reading, the one that tells you how hard your heart is working when it pumps. Now I know what some people say: I drink diet soda, not the sugary kind. I'm safe, right? Well, not exactly. That brings me to drink number 2, diet soda. I know. It seems like the better choice. No sugar, no calories, sounds like a win. But let me share something that might surprise you. Artificial sweeteners, especially the ones in diet drinks like aspartame and sucralose, may actually confuse your body's natural systems. Some research suggests they disrupt your metabolism and affect insulin sensitivity, and that means more pressure on your cardiovascular system. In fact, a study from Boston University School of Medicine followed thousands of older adults and found that those who drank diet soda daily were at much higher risk of metabolic syndrome, which includes high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and abdominal fat. So yes, even the sugar-free option can mess with your blood pressure. But maybe you're thinking, okay, fine, I'll skip soda altogether. I'll drink flavored sparkling water instead. I hear you, and that brings us to drink number 3, flavored carbonated waters. Now this one really surprised me, too. These drinks seem healthy, right? No sugar, no calories, just water and bubbles. But look closer, many of them contain added sodium or citric acid, and when you drink them regularly, that sodium can quietly add up. Especially if you're also getting salt from your food. Even natural flavors can mask the presence of compounds that affect your kidneys and fluid balance, both critical when it comes to blood pressure. Plus, the carbonation itself? Some experts believe that constantly ingesting fizzy drinks can affect the way your stomach processes food and water, which can, over time, influence your blood pressure indirectly. Now, I'm not saying one sparkling water will hurt you. But if it's your go-to, every day, multiple times a day, and especially if you already struggle with high blood pressure, it's time to pay attention. You see, after 60, our bodies become more sensitive. The kidneys don't filter quite as efficiently, our arteries stiffen more easily, and the margin for error becomes smaller. And that's why I'm telling you this, not to scare you, but because I care. That I've seen too many people ignore these small, daily habits, the ones that feel harmless, only to find themselves suddenly dealing with heart trouble, dizziness, or medication after medication with no real improvement. But it doesn't have to be that way. The first step? Awareness. Just knowing that carbonated drinks, even the ones we think are safe, can raise your blood pressure, gives you back some control. And isn't that what we all want? To feel like we still have some say in how we age. So here's what I want you to do for the next 3 days: just notice what you drink. Don't change anything yet. Just observe. How often are you reaching for soda, diet drinks, fizzy water? Keep a little note by your fridge and write it down. Then we'll talk about what to do next, because in the next chapter, I'm going to share what those drinks are really doing inside your body, and how you can undo the damage, one small change at a time. But remember this, you're not too old. It's not too late. And your body is still listening. When you're ready, tell me to continue, because the second chapter goes deeper, and what you'll learn may change the way you look at your favorite drinks forever. Alright, now that we've opened the door and you're more aware of what's in that glass, let's talk about what's happening inside your body every time you take a sip. This part might feel a little technical, but don't worry, I'm going to walk you through it like I would with a close friend over a kitchen table. And by the end of this chapter, you'll have a whole new understanding of why those fizzy drinks aren't as innocent as they seem, especially after 60 or so. Let's start with the basics. When you drink something carbonated, whether it's soda, diet soda, or sparkling water, it enters your stomach as a combination of liquid, gas, and additives. That gas. It's carbon dioxide. It's what gives the drink its fizz. But inside your body, that carbon dioxide can cause bloating, acid reflux, and disrupt the balance of your digestive system. Now, here's where it gets serious. Every carbonated drink has additives, preservatives, colorings, sweeteners, or flavor enhancers, and many of these ingredients, especially in processed sodas, have been linked to increased inflammation. That's a big deal because inflammation is one of the core drivers behind high blood pressure, heart disease, and stroke. Your blood vessels are delicate. Think of them like garden hoses. When they're young, they're flexible and strong. But over time, especially with repeated inflammation, they stiffen, narrow, and become more fragile. Now combine that with sodium, which is hidden in many carbonated drinks, even the flavored sparkling waters. Sodium pulls water into your blood vessels. More water equals more pressure. It's like turning up the faucet on that hose. Eventually, something's got to give, so your heart works harder. Your kidneys try to flush out the extra fluid. And over time, that constant strain can lead to high blood pressure, heart failure, or even kidney damage. Let's pause here for a second because I know this might sound overwhelming. Maybe you're thinking, I've been drinking soda my whole life. Is the damage already done? I want to tell you something very clearly. No, it's not too late. Our bodies are remarkable. They're always trying to heal even after decades of habits. But healing starts with understanding. So let's keep going. Point 1 of the worst ingredients found in many carbonated drinks, even some of the healthier looking ones, is phosphoric acid. This is used to give sodas their tangy taste and preserve shelf life. But here's the thing, phosphoric acid doesn't just affect flavor, it can interfere with your body's ability to absorb calcium, which is a nightmare for bone health, especially in older adults. You need calcium not just for strong bones, but also for healthy blood vessels. Low calcium can trigger hormonal imbalances that make your blood pressure rise. That fizzy drink you reach for on a hot afternoon? It might be quietly draining your bones while putting extra pressure on your heart. And I haven't even mentioned caffeine yet. Colas and energy drinks, even some iced teas, contain high doses of caffeine, which can cause short-term spikes in blood pressure. For someone in their 30s, that might not be a big deal. But if you're over 60 and already dealing with hypertension or heart meds, that extra jolt can be risky. Now I want to paint a picture for you. Imagine a woman named Linda. She's 67. She's active, walks every morning, eats pretty healthy. But she loves her afternoon soda, just one a day, she tells herself. She's proud of that. Then one day, she's feeling dizzy. Her doctor takes her blood pressure and it's high, really high. He adjusts her meds, recommends less salt. But no one asks about her drinks. 6 months later, she's on 2 blood pressure pills and still doesn't feel quite right. It wasn't until Linda started logging her drinks, just like I suggested to you in the last chapter, that she saw the pattern. She cut out soda, switched to herbal tea and water, and within 2 weeks, her blood pressure started to stabilize. Her doctor was shocked, but Linda wasn't. Because she finally understood what those drinks were doing to her from the inside out. You see, once you know, you have the power to change. And change doesn't mean going cold turkey overnight. It just means making more loving choices, more informed choices. Now let's go a little deeper. Because there's one more hidden effect of carbonated drinks we haven't touched on yet, and this one's emotional hydration. Many carbonated drinks, especially those with caffeine or sugar, actually dehydrate you. You may feel like you're quenching your thirst, but in reality, your cells are still craving water. Dehydration makes your heart work harder, your blood thicker, your kidneys more sluggish. It's one more layer of pressure, and pressure is the last thing your heart needs after 60. But here's the good news: you can turn this around. And that's exactly what we'll talk about in the next chapter. Because when I tell you what to replace these drinks with, and how quickly your body can start to feel the difference, you're going to wonder why no one ever told you this before. So stay with me, friend. You've come this far. You're learning, you're growing, and you're reclaiming your health one glass at a time. And when you're ready, I'll walk you through the last, most shocking truth about what these drinks are doing to your mind, and how changing just one habit could add years to your life.